In today's video, I wanted to have just a really quick chat with you about how I arrived at a particular combination of fabrics for a project that I have coming up. And this is just a way that I use to put things together, and there is no right or wrong answer. It's only what works for you, and this is what works for me, and I'm sharing it because I think it might help other people. Hello everyone, I'm Patty. I go by Pattymac Makes everywhere online, and this is my YouTube channel, and we quilt and sew and do a lot of fun things. So I'm really glad you're here, and let's jump in and look at what's on the cutting table. So I've got 2 selections, each of 3 fabrics, and I just started to pull some things to figure out what I wanted to use for the upcoming project, and I actually decided that I liked this grouping the best, so I'm just going to remove this. This is what I've decided I want to use in the upcoming project, and you will see that on the channel pretty soon. So how did I arrive at this? I'll tell you what. I knew I wanted 3 prints, and I started with this one, and I bought this, oh gosh, more than 2 years ago in Joann. You can see it's a Joann print, and originally I bought it to make a little bag, and I might still do that, but for today it's going to be a table runner of sorts. The way that I went about selecting what I wanted to go with it is this. One of the difficult things in quilting projects, or any project that's going to require that you mix and match fabrics, one of the hard things is getting it to work and to have everything be harmonious, both in terms of color and shape and all of that. It can be a huge challenge to mix and match colors and prints and all of that. To me, it's one of the hardest things about planning your quilt, is to find things that go together. Now, I have mentioned before that I like things that are in complete collections because it's all designed to go together. But when you go to Joann, you're faced with just random stuff, and it's up to you to then figure out what goes together. So this is where the selvage becomes your friend. And on the selvage, you can see all these little colorful dots. And the colorful dots, this is like the print register. And what that means is these are the colors that are in this print. So we can look at the dots and see that this print has 18 different colors. Isn't that crazy? That's how complex this design is. So there's 18 colors, and each dot represents one of those colors. So when you're putting stuff together and you start with a print that you really like, the way that I do it is I'll go to the selvage and see what is in the print register, and I will go based off of these colors to find things that go with it. So I knew I wanted this to be like bright and happy, and I wanted to also work out of my stash. I didn't want to buy anything, so I started here, and then I added this. This works because it's analogous, which means it's like in the same color family. So it's a yellow. And when I come down here and match things up, I can see that the darker stripe is very close to that tangerine, and the lighter stripe is close to that little lemon yellow. So I've got 2 colors in this that really work well with the overall color here. And I like the stripe balanced with the floral. So I wanted a third. I like doing things in 3s. I think 3s are fairly manageable, and it still stretches you a little bit to find that third piece that pulls it together. So when I bought this, I had purchased this green, and to be honest, I would not have originally thought of the green, but when you look on the register, you can see there it is. And so when I was in the store, matched this green as closely as I could to that number 4 color. And look how beautiful that is. So it just sets everything off. And then I really like it with the stripe. So the project that's coming, it's going to be, I'm just going to cut wide strips and sew them together to make like a strip set, in other words. I'm super excited to put this together. I just thought I would do this little quick check-in with you and just talk about how I made that color selection. So if you want to practice at home, pull something out of your stash and look at your selvage. Look for something that has, not everybody has this. So let me first say that. So look for something in your stash that has the register and go through and find 2 other items that go, and pick something that maybe you wouldn't have originally thought, but you can find the colors in here and just see if you can match things up. And I will say, it makes it easier if your third piece is a solid. That makes the whole selection process, to me, much simpler. It's really hard to put 3 patterns together unless they're all kind of similar. So like polka dots is a good one, but a good example anyway. Okay, that's the video. I just thought it would be fun and interesting to check in with you and just share a quick insight and a way that I have found helpful in terms of matching colors and prints. So stay tuned, get subbed, click the bell, and you'll see what this gets made into. I'm pretty excited to see it. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.